we also did that how you're going to calculate the relative atomic mass and relative molecular mass, right? I hope there was no problem. Okay. Was that clear? I'm reading into that.
Yes, miss.
Now, see, you might have heard about moles, that what mole is, right? So, but a mole is a unit for amount of substance. Like, first of all, you just have to see that is a unit, right? Like we say, kilogram is a unit, gram is a unit, yeah. Like meter cube, centimeter cube, liter is a unit, right? So, similarly, mole is a unit for amount of substance in chemistry. Like, for instance, if I'm saying one water, so what water? What one water? So that's going to be 1 mole of water. Okay, if I'm just writing water, so I'm just going to say this is 1 mole of water. Okay. Similarly, if I'm just saying hydrogen, so how I am going to, say that this is going to be 1 mole of hydrogen. If I'm going to write down carbon dioxide, so what is it? It's 1 mole of carbon dioxide. So that's a unit for amount of substance, right? If I'm going to write down sodium, so what is sodium? That is, how are you going to say that? What is it? It's 1 mole of sodium. If I'm writing 2, so what is it? It's a 2 mole of sodium, right? So mole is a unit for amount of substance. Okay, but is that clear till here, Amreen and Tuba?
Yes.
Because
Yes.
first of all, that is a unit. Okay, like to just say any chemical quantity. What do we say is that, like, is it measured in kilograms, grams, centimeter cube, or liter? So it's going to be measured in mole, right? So then we're just going to move further, Bachu. That is that 1 mole of any substance, right? 1 mole of any substance is equivalent to its relative atomic mass. Okay, like, Assalamu alaikum, Adisa.
Welcome, sir.
Okay, okay, Lisa, we just started about moles, right? So what is mole, Betty? Mole is a unit for amount of substance, right? Like it's a to say any chemical quantity, we just represents the unit that is mole. Okay, that, like I said, that's 1 mole of water. This is 1 mole of carbon dioxide, 1 mole of hydrogen, 1 mole of sodium. Okay, we just discussed it here. So then I was just discussing that 1 mole of any substance is equivalent to its relative atomic mass. Okay, like if I'm saying that that's 1 mole of water, so that will be equivalent to its relative atomic mass if it's an element, or relative molecular mass if it's a compound, right? Now, see, this is 1 mole of water, but it's a compound, right? So 1 mole of water will be equivalent to 18. That's a relative molecular mass. Okay. Now, this is 1 mole of hydrogen, that's going to be equivalent to 2 because AR of hydrogen is 1, so 1 into 2 is 2. This is 1 mole of carbon dioxide, so it's a compound, so that's equivalent to its relative molecular mass, that is 44, that we calculated in the last class, right? This is 1 mole of sodium, so it's equivalent to relative atomic mass, that is 23. Okay, so but 1 mole of any substance is equivalent to relative atomic mass for an element, is equivalent to relative molecular mass or relative formula mass for a compound, right? Now let me know, did you understand this thing? I'm bringing to Ban Elisa. Yes,
Yes.
Elisa. Yeah,
Yes.
right. So 1 mole is a unit for amount of substance, and 1 mole of any substance is equivalent to relative atomic mass for an element, or relative molecular mass, or relative formula mass for a compound, whether it's an ionic or covalent. Okay. Other thing, 1 mole of any substance occupies the minimum number of particles. Like there was a scientist, Avogadro, he said that the minimum amount of particles, like how many particles it will have, it's going to be 6.02 into 10 raised to power 23. That's a constant, which is known as Avogadro's constant, right? So Avogadro was a scientist. He said that he did some calculation, right? He said that if you're just going to count the number of particles which are present in 1 mole of any substance are going to be this much. Okay. So if I'm going to say that 1 mole of water, it contains this much particles. 1 mole of hydrogen, it contains at least this much particles, like 6.02 in 10 to the power 23. 1 mole of carbon dioxide, it contains 6.02 in 10 to the power 23 particles, right? Same is for sodium. So now these particles, 6.02 in 10 to the power 23 particles. Now these particles could be ions, atoms, or molecules that I'm going to, explain you in detail. These particles could be ions. These particles could be considered as atoms, or these particles could also be considered as molecules. Okay. Now do let me know, Tuba, Amrina, and Eliza, did you understand this point about Avogadro's number? I will repeat again. I'll do it in detail. 1 mole of any substance containing is going to be equivalent to relative atomic mass or relative molecular mass, right? And it contains the minimum number of particles, which is Avogadro's number, that is 6.02 in 10 to the power 23 particles, right? Now, these particles could be molecules, or these could be ions, or these could be atoms, right? Now, let's move further. Now, see, but if I'm writing 1 mole of water, right? Now, 1 mole of water has how many molecules? Now, as it's a compound, so I'm going to say that this is going to equivalent to, it's going to contain 6.02 into 10 to the power 23 molecules. Okay? Why I'm going to say 23 like this much molecules? Because it's a compound, right? So it contains 6.02 into 10 to the power 23 molecules. What if the examiner is asking that how many atoms are there in 1 mole of water molecule, right? Now, to calculate the atoms, but what we're going to do, you are going to count how many atoms are there. It contains 2 atoms of hydrogen and 1 atom of oxygen, right? So it contains 3 atoms. I'm going to multiply these 3 by Avogadro's number, right? 3 by Avogadro's number, and that is going to be the number of atoms which is contained in 1 mole of water, right? So if they are asking how many molecules are there in a compound, you're just going to write down this much, 6.02 10 to the power 23 molecules. But if they're asking specified number of atoms, you will count the number of atoms and you will multiply it by the number of moles and the number of like Avogadro's number. Okay? Did you understand this point, Bachu?
Miss, can you explain again?
Yes.
Sure. I'm going to give you another example, Betty. Ab dekho, this is going to be 1 mole of carbon dioxide, right? Now, 1 mole of carbon dioxide is going to be equivalent to relative molecular mass, fine, 44. But if the examiner is asking this contains how much molecules? Now, see, it's a compound, right? So we'll say, Betty, that it's going to contain 6.02 into 10 to the power 23 molecules. Okay? But if the examiner is asking, Betty, that how many atoms are there? So to calculate the number of atoms, just count how many atoms are there. It contains 1 atom of carbon and 2 atoms of oxygen, right? So it contains 3 atoms, है ना? So 3 atoms multiplied by Avogadro's number, this much number of atoms it contains. Okay? Did you understand that? Now, Tuba, Amreen, and Aliza.
Yes.
So now see,
Yes.
I'm going to give other example. I'm just giving you the example of molecules and atoms. I will also be giving you the example of ions, right? Now see, but here we have 1 mole of methane molecule. See it? Now 1 mole of methane. Now as it's a compound, right? So this contains how many molecules, bacho? As it contains 6.02 into 10 to the power 23 molecules, right? Now, girls, can you help me? If I have to count the number of atoms in 1 mole of methane, okay? So how will you,
Five.
very good. There are 5 atoms, right? Why? Because there are 4 atoms of hydrogen, 1 atom of carbon. So I'm going to multiply 5 by Avogadro's number, okay? So this much atoms it contains, okay? Now, Betty, it's going to contain 1 mole now. So I'm just going, I don't have to multiply by any number. Suppose it would have asked me in 2 moles, how many atoms will be there? So also be multiplying by the number of moles. Okay. I'll give the example of this. What do I mean? Should I erase it because?
Yes.
Okay. Now, see, Betty, if they're asking that how many atoms are there in 1.5 moles of ammonia. Okay. They're asking how many atoms are there in 1.5 moles of ammonia, right? So, Betty, Previously, we were just calculating in 1 mole, but now we have to calculate in one like different number of moles. So you are going to multiply number of moles, ठीक है, by how many atoms are there? 4 atoms multiplied by Avogadro's number, right? So this contains this much atoms.
So, miss, if it's only 1 mole, we don't do anything?
If it's only 1 mole, then you just multiply the number of atoms by Avogadro number. But if they contains different number of moles, we'll also be deriving the formula for it. Okay? So you also have to multiply by the given number of moles. Okay?
Okay.
Like we can say, okay, by 1 mole contains this much, so this much 1.5 moles will be multiplied. All right? Amreen, are you getting it, beti?
Yes.
अच्छा, अब suppose if they're asking how many molecules are there, बच्चों, so how many molecules will be there? 6.02 into 10 raised to power 23 molecules as it is by number of moles. Okay, you will have to multiply it. Is that clear, Betty? I'm reading to Ben Aliza.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Now, how are you going to calculate the number of, ions, right? Now, suppose, Betty, if I'm going to say that in 1 mole of sodium chloride, okay? Now, it's as it's an ionic compound, we say it has a formula mass unit. Okay? Although we do not use this word, but we can say that other than molecules, we say that it contains 6.02 in 10 to the power 23 formula mass units, right? Formula mass units other than number of molecules. But if they're asking the number of ions, so beti 1 mole of sodium chloride contains one sodium ion and 1 chloride ions, right? So to calculate the number of ions, 2 ions are there, so multiply 2 by Avogadro's number, so this much ions will be there. Okay, did you understand, beti? Like for
Miss,
number
can
of
you repeat
atoms,
it?
sure. See, in sodium chloride, we have 1 mole of sodium ion, 1 sodium ion hai, right? And 1 chloride ion, right? Do you agree? So the total number of
Yes.
ions are 2, hai na? Previously, we were multiplying the number of atoms by Avogadro's number. Similarly, other than multiplying the number of atoms, we are just multiplying the number of ions by Avogadro's number. ठीक है? I'll give another.
Okay.
Now see, Betty, like in magnesium chloride, right? Suppose examiner is asking how many ions are there. So it contains 1 magnesium ion, right? And contains 2 chloride ions. Agreed. How many ions are there? 2 chloride and 1 magnesium. So how many ions are there, bachcho?
3.
Okay. You have to multiply 3 by Avogadro's number. So it contains this much ions, right? All right. Did you get it?
Yes.
Right. So, and if they would have asked how many formula mass units are there, so we'll just write down 6.02 into 10 raised to power 23 formula mass units, right? So sometimes
Yes.
they just ask that how many positive ions are there, right? So you'll just count the positive ions. Like if they would have asked how many positive ions are there, so you just have multiplied Avogadro's number by 1 because there is only 1 magnesium ion. ठीक है? If they would have asked how many negative ions are there, then you should have multiplied 2 by Avogadro's number, right? Acha, another thing, like especially in polyatomic ions, that you just make the mistake, right? I'm going to give the example for it. For example, bachu, in sodium sulfate, can you just tell me how many ions are there? Take your time. Sodium sulfate has how many ions? Hmm.
3.
Very Great. It contains better 2 sodium ions. Remember, we did an ionic equation now, and we are just writing in the form of ions. It contains 1 sulfate ions, right? So the total number of ions are 3. So we are going to multiply the number of ions that are 3 by Avogadro's number. You will get the number of ions, right? Whatever number you will get, this much ions will be there in 1 mole of sodium, right? Sodium sulfate. Suppose, if they would have asked how many positive ions are there, then you should just have multiplied 2 by Avogadro's number, right?
Wait, Miss, how is it 3 ions?
Yes. Now, CPT, sulfate is a polyatomic ion. It exists as a polyatomic ion, right? Like we just consider sulfate not separate atoms. They're not asking the atoms. As ion, it is SO4 minus 2. It's one sulfate ion. Okay. And Na2 means it has 2 sodium ions. Right, Elisa? I'll give you another example.
Yes.
You try to deduce it. Okay. Suppose if I'm asking, okay, in ammonium carbonate, how many ions are there? They both are polyatomic ions. Yes, just reduce the number of ions. How many ions we will count in ammonium carbonate? Can we say it contains 2 ammonium ion? Do let me know. Do you agree? Ambreen, Tuba, and Eliza, are you getting this
Yeah.
point? It contains 2
I'm kind of
ammonium
confused.
ion. Okay, and it contains 1 carbonate ion. Do you agree?
Yes.
Yeah. So how many ions are all together? 3 ions. 2 ammonium and 1 carbonate. So there will be 3 ions. Okay. So multiply 3 by Avogadro's constant. Right? Do you agree?
So we still have to calculate the number of atoms for sodium sulfate. It would be
If
different.
they would have asked the number of, usually in whenever it's an ionic compound, they do ask us to calculate the number of ions, right? Or the formula mass unit. Otherwise, if they would have asked about the number of atoms, then you will just count the number of atoms. Okay? So see how many atoms are there. There are going to be so many atoms. There are 2 atoms of nitrogen, 8, 9, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. You will count the separate number of atoms. So yeah, 3 oxygen, 1 carbon, 2 nitrogen, 8 hydrogen. Did you get it? Like if they would
Yes.
ask us to calculate the number of atoms in it, so we'll just say 2 nitrogen, 8 hydrogen, 1 carbon, 3 oxygen, right? So they are going to be 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, right? Is that clear? Then you'll multiply
Wait,
the number of atoms by Avogadro's number. Yes, say, Elisa.
are we knowing how many ions are there by because of the charge, or
See, how many ions are there is going to be calculated through the, the polyatomic ions because, through the charge, right? But for the number of atoms, you just have to count the individual atoms, right? For
okay.
example, Betty, if I'm saying, again, I'm going to give you the example of sodium sulfate. Now, acha, if they would have asked us to calculate the number of atoms. So just calculate how many atoms are there. 2 sodium atom, 1 sulfur, 1 oxygen. So yeah, so there are going to be 7 atoms. Okay? Multiply 7 by 6.02 into 10 raised to power 23 particles. That are going to be this much atoms. But if they would have asked us to calculate the number of ions, so we know it contains 2 sodium ions and 1 sulfate ion. Right? So how many ions are there? 3 ions. So you multiply 3 by Avogadro's number and this much ions would be there. Right? Did you understand this now?
Okay.
Okay. Now, I'm going to ask you, Bachu, how many ions are there in 1.8 moles of silver nitrate? How many ions are there? Now see, silver nitrate means it contains 1 silver ion. See, it contains 1 silver ion and 1 nitrate ion. Do you agree, girls?
Yes.
Okay. So how many ions will be there? 2. Hai na?
2.
How many moles are there? It's not 1 mole, it's 1.8 moles. So we will multiply 1.8 by 2. Why by 2? Because it contains 2 ions, right? Multiplied by Avogadro's number. All right. So this much ions would be there. Okay, girls?
Yes.
Do you get it? Ambreen, Tuba, and Aliza? All of you?
Yes.
Just try
Yes.
one question by yourself then. Okay? This could be asked in paper 4 and as well as in paper 2, right? Like in MCQs in structure. So, I'm asking that how many ions, total number of ions are there in 1.5 mole of iron 3 oxide? Fe2O3. Just deduce, but what will be the charge over iron? Although you do not have to do anything with the charge, you just count the number of ions, right? Try, otherwise I'll help you. Just once you have deduced how many ions are there, please share. Okay? Yes, girls. So what were the number of ions? Like, yes.
5.
There are 2 iron ions and 3 oxygen ions, Shabash. Okay. So it contains 2 Fe plus 3 ions and 3 oxygen ions or oxide ions, right? So there are 5 ions. And how many moles are there? 1.5 moles. So 5 multiplied by 1.5 multiplied by Avogadro's number will be the total number of ions. Okay. Now, do let me know, did you understand this concept, all of you?
Yes.
Okay. So once we are just going to deduce what do you say, that formula and the formula for moles, then we will be doing some past paper questions as well. Okay? So I hope you have just mentioned or just noted down these examples. Okay.
Miss,
Right?
and what would it be for atoms?
Atoms will also be the same. 3 oxygen atoms and 2 iron atoms, right? Because these are the individual ions and these are not the polyatomic ions, right, Elisa? But in the polyatomic ions, the number of atoms and ions will be different. Okay? But just for a compound, if it's not a polyatomic ion, then the number of atoms and ions will be same. Okay? Like if I'm going to say that
Okay.
iron 3 chloride hai or FeCl2 hai, so it contains how many atoms? 3 atoms as well as 3 ions, right? But if I'm going to give aluminium phosphate, right? So aluminium phosphate is going to be LiO4, right? Now see, aluminium phosphate, how many atoms will be there? 4, 5, 6, right? But if I'm asking how many ions are there, well, tell me how many ions are there in aluminium phosphate, bachcho? One aluminium ion, okay? It contains 1 phosphate ion, right? So the number of ions will be 2 multiplied by Avogadro's number. 6 multiplied by Avogadro's. Got it?
Miss,
Mm-hmm.
I just don't get how many, like, how should we know how many ions do the polyatomic ones have?
Okay. Should I repeat the same example, Aliza? Aluminum phosphate?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. Did you understand the number of atoms?
Yes.
Now see, in aluminum phosphate, which two ions are there? It contains aluminum ion having +3 charge, right? It also contains phosphate ion having -3 charge. Do you agree?
Yeah.
How many ions will be there, Lisa, in this? Only there was no number of atoms there. It's not written any number with it, na? That how many ions will be there, like Al2PO4 thrice, nothing, right? So, I mean, it contains one aluminum ion and one phosphate ion, right? So, the total number of ions will be 2. Okay? So, we'll multiply 2 by
Okay.
Avogadro's number. See? Yes, see. I'm going to give you one
Yes,
more
miss.
example. Just count. Just check. Aluminium hydroxide है, ठीक है? Right? Now see, it contains which ions? All of you can also try, but it contains which ions? Can we say that it contains one aluminium ion? Right? And OH thrice means it contains 3 hydroxide ions, right? है ना? So how many ions will be there, Aliza, Tuba, and Ambreen? 4. Right? Multiplied by Avogadro's number. But if I would have asked about कि भी इसमें how many atoms are there, why did I write atoms? We were just counting the number of ions, so it contains this much ions. ठीक है? If I would have asked how many atoms will be there, so one aluminium atom, 7, huh? One aluminium, 3 oxygen, 3 hydrogen. Do you agree? देखो अगर if you just say कि one इसमें aluminium है 1, 3 oxygens है and 3 hydrogens है, the total number of atoms will be 7. So we'll multiply 7 by Avogadro's number. ठीक है? Multiply with the number of moles and this much atoms will be there. Right? Right, Elisa? Did you get it, PT?
Yes, miss.
Should I give you more examples or is enough?
I think it's fine. Yeah.
ठीक है. अच्छा, first we are just going to rejoin, right? And we are going to reduce the formula. Okay? Rejoin.